I guess that's how beer says hello. What did we say before?
Foedergoblin brews and the pink chair abides.
The more we roll or the more it takes, the more I keep having to top it off. What I'm totally stoked about for this release, batch 2 of Foederhead, is seeing the effect of the house cultures as they change and grow. And it's a, you know, it's a flavor beyond the quantifiable nature of the recipe of like what hops are in it, how strong is it, like all these kinds of things. It's like it's a flavor that's, again, you're no longer discussing like, does that person have a high voice or a low voice? Is it loud or is it soft? You're like, what is their tone like? You can't quantify it in some ways, but it's just so affecting. And like every time you raise the glass, you taste and smell something new. There's no way to say that this is like a saison, a Foeder fermented beer. It's so much more complex than something that you could even say is like a sour beer or a Belgian beer. Like that only gets close. You want to say it's rustic, but it's too refined for that. It's incredibly refined. And like I've previously said, it's almost crazy that something that takes this much patience ends up tasting so fresh and vivid. Hey. Nice. Appreciate the delivery. So yeah, our 200th brew. Many of you remember batch 100, which was also a fanciful, fun dark beer. I feel like all the beers in Calusa, the aroma just completely rocks and like wraps you in so hard. And we've never done one quite like this. An imperial sweet stout that plays with the, you know, the mole kind of Central American spices, cow, vanilla, cinnamon, chili. It's really cohesive. I mean, it kind of is bright and crackles, which is so special for a beer that's so big and rich. That it again tastes kind of like light and exciting, but it's still like really rich and regal and full. I mean, that's what's really amazing about this beer, is it combines these super two unlikely things. The ancho chili, it's got this kind of deep, almost like raisiny quality to it, and you only really sense the heat as it warms your chest in this huggy, pleasing way. You know, at the very first time any of us have ever tasted, let's say, our dissonance brown, and you think about like, it sounds like all these crazy flavors that are so compelling and cohesive when you actually have them. There's this kind of chocolatey, is it cinnamon? Is it spicy? It smells so festive, it smells so huge. Yeah, anyone who's seen the label is just gonna be like, what the hell? I mean, this was a really kind of funny Microsoft Paint that's been printed out and dotting the offices around here forever, that Jason, our head brewer, you see the likeness with that really handsome beard? And Vic and Jordy, the three of them who, you know, Calusa was thankfully their passion and their brainchild. This little photo of their likenesses has followed us around, so it finally makes its debut on something celebrating, you know, the 200th brew on our system. The beer, oh my gosh, I mean, it's just like, I don't know if I can have this before lunch. Can I drink this whole thing?